Hello everyone and welcome to today's video where today we are going to be delving into some conspiracy theories. These are going to be based around well-known children's shows. I'm going to be looking at whether or not these conspiracy theories are absolute bullshit or whether there might actually be some hidden truth to these. And I wanted to kick it off in style by going through the conspiracy theory that involves Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is based on the stories created by Alan Alexander Milne. He thought of the idea after seeing his son Christopher Robin Milne and his stuffed toy collection, making his son the main protagonist in these stories. Most notable character is a bear named Winnie the Pooh. Soon to be added to this adventure was Eeyore, Piglet, Tigger, Kanga and Roo, along with the two characters added by Milne himself in Owl and Rabbit. So with the storyline panned out, where does the conspiracy theory come into all of this? Back in the year 2000, a woman named Sarah Shear, who was part of the Canadian Medical Association Journal, put the theory to paper 70 years after Winnie the Pooh was first created. In this paper she wrote, "On the surface it is an innocent world. Christopher Robin living in a beautiful forest surrounded by his loyal animal friends. Generations of readers of A.A. Milne's Winnie the Pooh stories have enjoyed these seemingly benign tales. However, perspectives change with time, and it is clear to our group of modern neurodevelopmentalists that these are in fact stories of seriously troubled individuals, many of whom meet DSM-IV-3 criteria for significant disorders. We have done an exhaustive review of the works of A.A. Milne and offer our conclusions about the inhabitants of the 100-acre wood in hope that our observations will help the medical community understand that there is a dark underside to this world." In this table they lay out the finer details for the characters. The first section looked at clinical disorders, the second is personality disorders, the third is general medical conditions, and the last is psychological and or environmental problems. So with the criteria broken down into sections, let's go through what all the characters are diagnosed with. Starting with Winnie the Pooh, it is believed that he has an impulsive eating disorder alongside obsessive compulsive disorder. This is due to his obsession with eating honey and his repetitive counting. Piglet has generalized anxiety disorder, showing signs of always being worried with a nervous twitch to his ear, commonly seen with those that feel anxious. Eeyore is diagnosed with depression, no sign of happiness or excitement whenever he talks to his friends. Rabbit has obsessive compulsive disorder, so much like Winnie the Pooh with his OCD, however this is mostly seen when Rabbit is doing her best to keep her garden tidy from the rest of the group. Owl has dyslexia. Despite being the smartest one out of everyone in the group, he does struggle with reading. An example would be in Pooh's Grand Adventure when he mistakes the words school with skull. Tigger has attention deficient hyperactivity disorder due to the fact that he just bounces around everywhere and just doesn't seem to stop. Kanga is diagnosed with social anxiety disorder. This is due to her always being overprotective when it comes to her son, Roo, who is believed to have autistic spectrum disorder. This is due to no sense of danger and his somewhat attachment to his mother's pouch, linking to difficulties such as social interaction and difficulties with communication. Lastly, Christopher Robin himself, who is diagnosed with schizophrenia. Those that have schizophrenia tend to struggle with what the difference between real life and what is in the imagination. Given that all of the characters are based around mental health, emotions and or personalities, it is possible that Christopher Robin could use the characters as a way of expressing his emotions. So with the characters all diagnosed, as Christopher Robin got older, he started to resent his parents, as he felt that his childhood was exploited given the success of the adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Sadly, Christopher Robin would go on to hate the creations that made his father a success. But from all of that, it makes you wonder why he would hate these books. Or is there more to it with the characters, with more meaning and relating more to Christopher's actual life? Moving to September 2017, Sarah Shear talked about her research in light of the news that in Goodbye Christopher Robin, it would mention A.A. Milne's struggles with post-traumatic stress disorder. Keeping in mind that he served his country in both World War I and in World War II, and his son's resentment may have possibly tipped him over the edge. In light of that news, Sarah went on to say, "I received some cranky letters. Some people felt we were wasting research money. Some people got angry that we were besmirching the beloved characters. Some thought it was pro-medicating children." Dr. Shear insists that the paper was conceived to poke fun at our own professional process, wherein we sit in judgment as we diagnose and label others. Now from that, it does sound like it's not necessarily truthful in that the characters are linked to mental health, but it does sound like she was getting a lot of aggro because of it. So unless she had to deny those claims because a lot of people were very angry with her, maybe that's why this conspiracy theory isn't talked about as much, because of how annoyed people get when they talk about this particular conspiracy theory. So with that, this concludes this conspiracy theory around whether or not Winnie the Pooh and the other characters are based around mental health issues. Is this a load of or do you actually think there's more hidden meaning to the characters in Winnie the Pooh? Let me know what you think on this matter. Hope you have enjoyed delving into this conspiracy theory. As I said at the start of the video, I'm hoping to do more videos like this where we look at many other conspiracy theories. So if you did enjoy, be sure to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you soon with another video. Peace!